Let's let our family and friends, our GOC family and friends come in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. We are excited to have everyone here. We're going to be putting our GOC video up shortly as we're letting our guests and members join us this morning, and we are excited about the conversation we are having today. So, welcome to the GOC Power Hour this morning, this beautiful January morning, and looking forward to continuing our conversation with our leaders and talking about what our plans are for 2026. Come on in, make sure to share your information in the chat. Let us know where you are from, where you are coming in from, what your business is, and what you are looking to gain from this membership, from this global opportunity committee that aligns ourselves with businesses across the world from the diaspora to make sure that we all win together. Welcome. So while we're waiting for, oh, look at all of these beautiful people here. While we're waiting for our video to be set up, I'd love to hear from our members and our attendees. Let us know where you are joining us from. What part of the world are you? I know we've got members from all corners and looking forward to seeing everyone and sharing our goals for 2026 so that we can align ourselves, align our goals and intentions, and position our business to go global and continue to grow on a global scale. Yes, we have South Africa today. I know we've got more than South Africa. We've got the US in Atlanta, and I know we have other parts of US. Yes, Atlanta. Hey, Ancy. Good afternoon. We've got someone from Tallahassee, Florida. Denise is down in Tallahassee working on a project. Dudu Nkosi is in South Africa. Mr. Thomas Dorch joining us here in Atlanta. Georgina from Abuja, Nigeria. I'm loving this. I love seeing everybody from all over the world. I'm sorry, say that again. Oh, I think that was a accident. Okay. All right. So now while we have everyone joining, let's get started with the Power Hour. Good morning. My name is Jennifer Barbosa. I am the co-chair for the Global Opportunities Committee under the Atlanta Black Chambers, and I am happy to join you here today. I have the honor of sitting in for our fearless leader, Ricardo Betis. He is in Jamaica right now, spending time with his mom for her birthday. So let's wish Mom Betis a happy birthday. Happy birthday and wishing her blessings and love and prosperity and wonderful, great health and lots of hugs and kisses so that Ricardo can enjoy time with his mom. Wonderful. Today, we are continuing our conversation about the Global Opportunities Committee for our goals for 2026. And I am joined by several of our leaders today to continue that conversation so that we can align ourselves, continue to align our goals and plans in regards to what are we going to do? How are we going to position our businesses, and how are we going to prepare in order to go global? And if we're already going global, how do we continue to go global and expand our businesses? The critical question for 2026 is how can you intentionally activate this global advantage to grow, scale, and compete effectively? We have members from over 40 countries under the Atlanta Black Chamber's Global Opportunity Committee that is represented in this one of the most powerful international business ecosystems available for you to leverage. So now I want you to consider, what are you going to do to leverage this membership? Make sure that you are getting the most powerful ROI that you can possibly get. So today we're going to set the tone for the year by focusing on what truly matters. How do you position your business to attract the right opportunities? What structures and systems and teams must be in place to succeed across borders? And how can you move beyond membership to meaningful engagement and business outcomes? This session is going to feature GOC members lead on how to maximize your ABC or Atlanta Black Chambers membership for tangible global business results in 2026. So today we're going to hear from our leadership and cultural lead on building the right internal teams, organizational structures to compete for a larger share of the global business opportunities. Welcome, and we are here, and I'm excited to have this conversation. So today I am joined, and I want to make sure I can see everyone. Let's see. I'm trying to change my view, and I apologize, guys. Okay. Today, I am joined with Jason Kiles and Dr. Nicholas Harvey, who is going to continue in our conversation that we had last week during the Power Hour and planning for our 2026. Welcome. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Doing great. Doing great. Happy to be here.
Greetings, family. Glad to be with you.
Wonderful. So let's get into it because we've got a powerful hour to get into, and this is a great way to start a Wednesday morning in the January as we're continue to plan 2026. Dr. Harvey, let's talk about that. What do you suggest, being an expert in your industry where you advise and consult businesses on team leadership and culture? What are the things that we should consider and look into internally within our businesses in order to be able to expand externally?
Much, Jennifer. We appreciate it. Family, good to be with you on today. Once upon a time, I heard a saying says, if it is to be, it begins with me. So we're entrepreneurs. Something pushed us, led us, compelled us to get into this thing called business for ourselves. Maybe there are those of us who found ourselves running the corporate rat race. And how many of you know that even if you win the rat race, you're still a rat? And so we just said, you know what, this is not for me. I want to do something else. And we entered into this place of entrepreneurship for whatever reason. And I think that really is that compelling why, and really having that narrative, because it speaks to our getting up in the morning. And I don't know about you. Yes, we're in Atlanta. Yes, we're in the South. Usually it's nice and sunny, but when it's cold, I don't know if I really want to get up and do this thing. And sometimes, doing this entrepreneurial thing, it is hard, friends. Is anybody else can confess? Okay, maybe I'm the only one that this thing is hard, because you know what? When it comes down to it at the end, if it is to be, it's up to me. However, no person is an island. And so if we want to accomplish if we want to achieve, if we want to advance, if we want to grow, if we want to scale, then we're going to need a team. The fundamental, economic decision around business is always make or buy. And so when we think about ourselves as entrepreneurs, as business owners, I would like to offer for us first this thing around the CEO mindset, meaning the idea of CEOing everything. I don't think that we got into business to create another job for ourselves. So that requires a certain mindset shift to say, you know what, I can't do everything all by myself. I need to bring together a team around me. So the acronym that we've heard for years around team is together, each accomplishes more. As the CEO, we have a comparative advantage. So back in the days when we used to have typewriters. I go back that far. Remember typewriters? At my best, I could type 40 uncorrected words per minute. That's not bad. But when typing needed to be done, did I need to be doing the typing, or did I need to be hiring someone else to do the typing for me? So the same thing in the midst of our business. And I think also, as we might have alluded to before around leadership, one of the most dangerous things around leadership is we don't know what we don't know. And in this particular environment where we've moved beyond, so this VUCA world, that, oh my goodness, it's volatile, it's uncertain, it's complex, it's ambiguous. Now we're brittle, anxious, nonlinear, and insecure. And the pace of making decisions, the pace of competition, the pace of having to produce in real time is so great. Friends, you cannot win by yourself. So let's just sort of roll us back a little bit. I'm going to take a breath because I know I've said a lot. But to say first, let's talk about what leadership is. Leadership is a transformational process where people and groups actualize their purposes. So let's just pause there so we have our own operational definition of leadership. So leadership is a transformational process where people and groups actualize their purposes. They're like, who said that? Me in 2021. That's actually, I quote myself. I can do that now. But when we start talking about how that intersects with your own culture, and so we're talking about the culture within your business. So we talk about your shared system of beliefs, values, norms, and practices, and that influences how you think, act, and you understand this world. The purpose of culture then is to produce an outcome. So roll it on back. Why are we doing this? But then what are you doing? Product, good, service that we're putting within the marketplace, and that culture intersected with your leadership will help you to accomplish your goals. Well, some folks want to say, well, you know what? Hey, Dr. Harvey, I am a really good strategic thinker. And so I'm going to start with my strategic plan. Well, Peter Drucker said that culture eats strategy for breakfast. That you can have the best strategy in the world, but you can have a culture that undermines what it is that you're trying to do. And I have plenty of stories and examples. I'm going to take a breath. Jennifer, please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harvey. That is great morning breakfast as far as information and how to build our culture. And I definitely agree. As a CEO, as a business owner, the hardest thing to do is everything yourself. You may start your business having to do everything, but you have to consider at some point you're going to need to let go of work tasks that no longer serve the efficiency of your business and allowing you to grow and lead, and transfer it over to someone else. Now, maybe you do not have the capacity or the revenue to hire someone full time immediately, but considering the world that we're working in and this amazing group of members from all over the world under the GOC, under the Atlanta Black Chambers, you have access to other members that may quite be much better than you at certain skills and tasks that you can partner with, you can contract and leverage their service and skills and expertise to accomplish the things that you need internally within your business so that you can continue to lead and focus on the things that you're good at. So I
Already
appreciate
see
that.
that's for the something people can get. All of them are business people.
Hi,
They
Yolanda. How are you?
I'm
Yes,
well, thank you so much.
wonderful. Welcome, welcome. So we're talking about our businesses, and I did see in the chat, Georgina, she shared her expertise in regards to being a program manager and actually supported another GOC member and regional lead of Nigeria, Ijeoma Orji, in launching GOTNI, Gotni, right here in Atlanta. And this is exactly what we're talking about. Align yourself with members that are experts and provide services or products that you need in your operations to allow you to continue to focus and grow your business and do the things that you're good at and build that culture internally and leverage things that you can. um, Jason, do you have anything that you want to suggest or share from your experiences as a business owner? And then also as our membership lead, you see and know all of our members and what they do. And I'm sure you've had conversations that can transfer over to others.
Sure, absolutely. Good morning. You both are very right that it is crucial that we take advantage and leverage the relationships that we have access to. We have so many members in Atlanta Black Chambers and GOC, and one of the things that we're doing to speak to from a membership lead perspective. One of the things that we are working on as the greater ABC is to partner and integrate with our other committees. So we've got the Black Beauty Industry Committee, real estate, of course, the Women's League. All these committees, we are really focusing now on finding ways that we can intersect and create partnerships within our committees, within other businesses, and avail what we have from a global perspective, which may be of interest to some of these other members in different committees and members that are just kind of lingering around. Hey, we need you to be involved and take advantage and leverage these opportunities. My company, Backboard Equity Partners, inherently is a partner. We build equity in businesses through deal transactions, uh, investments, and acquisitions. So these are all things that we do in bringing together partnerships to facilitate these opportunities. And I would say to make a link or a bridge, being a member in GOC, a few of us will be going to Panama and taking part in a B2B matchmaking where we'll meet over 300 suppliers and from Latin American and Caribbean countries to purchase their products, import them not only here, but I get the opportunity to connect with members abroad in our other regions. Like you mentioned, we have 42 regions, so I can say, hey guys, we've got um, products that can be imported into your region that I'm a part of here. We've got investors that just want to invest their capital and also other resources, the technology resources, as you mentioned, can't do it all. So we've got experts that can do everything. And then there's also the inbound. We've got partnerships with over 8 different chambers, which also has clusters of members, and they have opportunities and they're seeking opportunities here in the U.S. We recently had a meeting with a bunch of our members in South Africa and their chambers, and they were looking for people they're looking to do business here, but they need marketing services. They need professional services here within the country. So it's a great opportunity, especially at the low cost of membership. It truly has its privileges. So being a part of this, you're able to grow your business on a global scale where you may run into situations where marketing, everybody's kind of doing the same thing. We're overlapping, especially in Atlanta. You can run out of space pretty quick, but you can expand your business and your opportunity. If you're not ready to go, then you have people in GOC that you could partner with who are more established, who are doing things. The Jennifers, the Shaquana Teasleys, Paul is very established. Dr. Harvey is expanding his reach, and of course, our illustrious leader, Ricardo, who is very generous and always passing around opportunities that just come out of the blue. So it is great to be in this space, and proximity matters. And there's so many opportunities to leverage in building these relationships.
Thank you so much, Jason. You've definitely shared some great insights, and again, having the perspective of looking at our members. I know in the past few days, you've introduced some new members who have joined GOC and the Atlanta Black Chambers, and have some
Yes.
interesting businesses that I think it would be great for all of us to learn. Make sure that if you are part of the GOC WhatsApp group, engage yourself. Check in. I know there's a lot of conversations going on, but there's also opportunities. People are asking for help. People are offering opportunities that may align or be the blessing that you've been looking for. And so this is an opportunity to be able to engage with our members, engage with your membership within the ABC. There are other communities that we align with and partner up as well. Here in Atlanta, we have an upcoming event, the Atlanta Black Expo. This has been going on every single year, led by Corey, the Network King. And I've seen it grow for the 9+ years that I've been here in Atlanta. Every single year, it's gotten bigger and better. And it's not to be disappointing at all. If you are in the Atlanta area, or if you're able to come on February 20th through the 22nd, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, make your way here to Atlanta to attend the expo. Get a booth if you're able to as well. This is a great opportunity to connect with businesses, and oftentimes from different parts of the world. The Women's League, great. And then also check in, and if you need help, or if you're looking to take on a service or you need to contract for a certain project, or you need certain products, before you hit Google, why don't you hit the group chat and check in to see if someone has that service that you're looking for, is offering the product that you need, can connect you with the resources that you're looking for, so that you can continue to grow your business. Let's circulate our money internally, and make sure that we bring in other business owners from the diaspora to continue to grow and leverage each other. And again, as I mentioned before, make sure you do your due diligence. You are ultimately responsible for the business that you do, and who you work with, and who you engage with. But make sure that you are intentional with that manner as well. Dr. Harvey, do you have anything else you'd like to share?
Sure, if we may. Again, in terms of that focus, for the work that we're doing, because I know that we have folks on the call that are at different stages of their business life cycle and business development. They might say, "Hey, where do I start?" Okay, great. Let's start with your A team. So let's talk about the A team. 3 A's: accountant, attorney, administrator. Now, we know as entrepreneurs, oftentimes we're chief cook and bottle washers. But remember, we're now starting to get the people that we need. There are folks that are willing to serve in fractional capacities. And so have conversations with people within our community. I've found folks who've been very, very helpful. Remember, we are all business owners. So please, we're not looking for the hookup, friends and family discount, or trying to do things with your cousins. We are business owners. Please respect and honor the expertise that they have. And so once we've been able to do that, what I found is really, really helpful is that we can then sort of replicate that own model as we're looking to scale globally. So we found out in the midst of our work with our in our East Africa delegation and our last trip, when we look in other countries, do you have an accountant, an attorney, possibly an administrator to help you in that regard? But the other thing that we have advantage to, which is really, really neat, is another A, the A are your advocates, like the American chambers that are in other countries and even ambassadors. So we had the opportunity to spend time with our ambassador to Uganda from the United States and actually sat in his office. He actually has an officer in his office who works with people, entrepreneurs that are getting started. So I think that's really, really helpful for us. And I want to offer that as part of your resource bundle, but also as a vision, as an aspiration for if you want to do this, let's go ahead and do this well. And that there are people that are out there and willing to support you.
Exactly. And that aligns with opportunities and aligning with businesses within the GOC that can support you as you are expanding outside of the US or your respective country. Going back to what Jason mentioned in regards to a group of our members going to Panama, and an example in regards to leveraging your team to be able to do the work. This year, unfortunately, I'm unable to go to Panama because I have to continue servicing a major client here in the US. So, although I had originally planned to attend, I'm unable to. But does that mean that I'm going to miss out on the opportunity? Especially as a wholesale trader and distributor and dealing with manufacturers globally? Absolutely not. So I have the opportunity to send over one of my team members who's actually based in Colombia, who will be flying to Panama, representing my company and sourcing partnerships and working with manufacturers in the region to identify new business opportunities and products that we can supply to our customers. So that's an example in regards to how do you leverage your team to be able to do the work that's necessary when you're unable to, or it pulls you away from what you need to do to continue to grow. I know we have some attorneys, some based in Nigeria. I'm looking at the chat. One of our members, Ms. Menifee, has expanded and opened up an office in Kenya, I believe it is. We have other members that work together across oceans. I mean, it's an amazing opportunity, amazing connections that you have, and I want to make sure that you reach out, check in, inquire, and then make sure that you do the due diligence. And as Dr. Harvey mentioned, respect and honor everyone's business as you would appreciate it to be done for you. And consider that when you're doing business, especially within an ecosystem like this, that the quality of your work, the quality of your service is going to be magnified. If someone is working with you and you do an amazing job, I promise that everyone else will know eventually. And the same goes in the opposite direction. So be very intentional with your capacity and what you're offering, and be very intentional with the level of respect that you're providing to other members' businesses as you are engaging with each other.
Yeah.
Jason, I know you want to mention something.
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. I just wanted to add leveraging technology. We're growing our capacity. ABC now is on the Circle app. WhatsApp is great for communicating, but the Circle app gives us a deeper, detailed view into you as a business, what you represent, and just expanding the opportunity for you to display what you have to offer. As you mentioned, what you're looking for. So we're slowly building up our presence there as the chamber, but definitely with GOC, we're going to be more involved so that all of our members can see what GOC has going on. And like you said, we can see your complete profile. We can connect with what you have available, make offerings. So leveraging technology in this space to really in a virtual space combined with the many in-person meetings that we have to continue to connect and grow our businesses together.
Yes, thank you. Just a quick side note for those of you guys who are not aware yet, if you haven't heard, as we do every single year, we go on business trade mission trips twice a year, usually in March and in August. And this year in March, for our first trade mission trip, we are headed to West Africa. We will be visiting Nigeria, Togo, Ghana, and Liberia. The dates are March 8th through the 22nd. There is an application for you to complete if you are interested in being part of the delegation. You are not required to attend the full trip if it does not align with your schedule or your needs. You can meet us at different legs of the trip, but this is a great opportunity to get boots on the ground, connect with other GOC members that are in West Africa, learn more about opportunities in those countries, and position yourself to continue to go global with GOC at one of these trade mission trips. So make sure that you go into chat. There's an application, gotradedelegation.com, for you to complete and be prepared to position yourself in your company. Again, this is a business investment that you are responsible for positioning your company, but it is an amazing opportunity. I've been on several trade mission trips with GOC and built amazing relationships, both personally and professionally, that continue to grow. So we're excited about this. Um, Jason, tell us what types of businesses do we have as members here with the GOC that maybe we haven't heard of or considered that could potentially align regarding planning and internal culture and organization?
Sure. We have a lot of very interesting businesses. As you mentioned, well, Janelle, she's been around. We've got to get her updated here, but she's in the solar panel industry. We have people that are in gold mining, refineries, oil and gas. We've had a recent member that runs a drone company, which is very key in going over different geographies. When it comes to agriculture, surveying the land, creating topography, sketches or outlines for businesses. Um, we have a very good mix of product and services, manufacturing, agriculture. We have some members who are involved in hotel and commercial development. So we really cover the whole gamut when it comes to just a lot of availability. Um, of course, software. One of our members sources a lot of talent that comes out of Africa. So that is one of the things we're really looking at in the diaspora is a lot of opportunities and businesses that go underserved or overlooked, but they're just as competitive as anywhere else in the country. So we're making these connections, making the introductions. As we mentioned with GOC, we have our gateway to go global, which, as you mentioned, has the inbound and outbound opportunities, but it's a great opportunity for everybody to come together. It's like getting greater access beyond just our chambers, but everybody coming into a physical space. And in preparation for that, we have our virtual B2B. So we get a chance to make those virtual connections that we can then take to the next level in a physical space.
Excellent. Excited about it. So I want to make sure that we highlight one of our leaders, and so we can learn more about what he does and why he's a leader within GOC and a leader in his own right. Do we have Mr. Paul Wilson here with us?
Yes, we do. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning. Good morning,
Hey,
everyone.
Paul. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I am very well and definitely enjoying the discussion here today. So great to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you. So, Paul, this is your opportunity as well as our opportunity to learn more about you and what you do. I personally know you from the Russell Innovation Center when you were there when I first joined, and the amazing leadership. And you joined us on our first delegation trip
Yes.
to Colombia, to Cali, and it was an amazing trip. But you have since grown, expanded, evolved in your line of business. And my understanding is that you've gone from leading corporations and businesses internally to doing that on an external matter. So tell us more about what you do and how things have grown for you.
Absolutely. No, and I definitely appreciate this opportunity to just show a quick spotlight on Paul Wilson Global Solutions, which is the company that I've launched since, like I said, coming out of that corporate space and designing programs for others. But as I kind of lean into this, I just want to ask everyone a question, especially like I said, if you're in this contracting space. Have you ever wondered why your bids go unanswered? Opportunities stall after introductions. Growth feels inconsistent and unpredictable, and it just seems like bigger contracts are out of reach. Well, trust me, you are not alone, and it's not a motivation problem, right? There's nothing wrong with you. Because again, most small businesses, they don't struggle because of lack of effort. They struggle because of lack of readiness systems. And so, for example, a young lady I had a chance to work with several years ago, she's CEO of a construction company, and she's a participant in one of the supplier ready programs that I designed actually for Coca-Cola. She was stuck, frustrated, and trying to figure out how to break through the corporate contracting wall, right? If any of you can identify that, just kind of drop a one in the chat. If you can identify, it seems like it's just a wall that you hit as you're trying to navigate and negotiate these contracts. Again, she was working hard, but she was feeling she wasn't making any progress. But fortunately, she was a part of our program, and after completing that program, and with the strategies and readiness systems we were able to implement for her, right? She was able to actually increase her connections to corporate officials on the government and the contracting side. And actually, during COVID, her actually revenues doubled to actually end up going almost to $7 million per year, right? Despite the impacts that we all faced. And so through that experience, just a quick snapshot. So those who are not aware may have just seen me more recently in the corporations that I've worked with. I actually have over 20 years of experience that has actually allowed me to sit really at every seat of that contracting table. Initially, from being a supply chain student, that's actually my undergrad degree, to being a buyer. So I was a buyer for a Fortune 500 company, then a supplier myself. So winning contracts with corporations and then consulting those corporations on how to create better supplier diversity programs. Again, so as a program designer and then an ecosystem developer. So I use all that experience, package it up, and I help specifically B2B and B2G businesses that feel stuck, move from stuck to scale ready by basically uncovering the hidden barriers from the buyer's perspective so they can win contracts, access capital, and sustain growth. And I think that's oftentimes one of the barriers. I'll say many businesses we approach contracts from our perspective and aren't approaching it from the buyer's perspective, who's actually making the decision whether or not you get a contract. And so I've actually developed a real quick 5-minute assessment so you can actually see how scale ready you are, again, from the buyer's perspective. If you look at the QR code right over one of my shoulders, just click on that. Again, literally take you less than 5 minutes to assess your business. And it's actually going to give you some very specific feedback based on how you score in 4 particular scale driver areas to then determine, some steps moving forward. And so again, it's been great for me to be here. Again, I'll drop that link also down in the chat. So again, you could take, again, it's a free assessment. Again, take you less than 5 minutes, but help you get on the path. Again, if you are feeling stuck, frustrated, and trying to figure out, right, how do I break through this contracting wall, right? Let's kind of flip that script, look at it from the buyer's perspective, assess your business, take some key steps forward. And so that way you can move from stuck to scale ready.
Thank you so much, Paul. That's amazing. So you do provide a very valuable perspective and insight, especially for businesses like mine, where we are bidding, looking for contract opportunities to supply both to government as well as corporations. And it's very, very true. You need to have an understanding in regards to who is looking at your bid, reading through your applications. Are you telling the right story
Yes,
and
absolutely.
providing the right information and considering what they are looking for and answering the questions that they have, not necessarily what it is that you think that they should be looking for, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Hit it on
Wonderful.
the head. Definitely.
Exactly. So I think that's a huge, huge opportunity. And I know that you're not limited to working with clients just here in the US, correct?
Absolutely. One of the privileges I had, and you mentioned Colombia earlier, that I had to be a part of that trade mission. And so that was an incredible experience. But I've also traveled to Africa several times. And so working with the business ecosystems, in particular in Zimbabwe and Uganda, but also, looking to scale beyond that. Actually, I just found out yesterday that I was selected to be a speaker for a conference in Puerto Rico coming up in March, and
Yay!
so I'll be talking about scaling from local to global, right? And because again, that's another barrier that many businesses face. And oftentimes we think about scaling from the how I just need more customers, but we're not thinking about the infrastructure, right? Strategy and systems that we need to ensure that we can scale effectively, right? Because I just asked a simple question. If your business got 3 times or 5 times or 10 times more customers today, could you do business the same way? And would you be able to serve them the same way if you accelerated your customer growth that quickly? A lot of businesses, if we're honest, the answer is no. But the issue is, okay, well, what type of again infrastructure strategy and systems do I need to make sure that I'm ready for that growth?
Excellent. Wonderful. And thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you.
If you need help,
Right.
I will be more than happy to carry your briefcase.
Definitely. For sure.
Um,
Thank you.
I want to open up the floor. Let's open up the floor for questions, ideas, suggestions, considering that we are talking about our plans for 2026 in preparation, aligning our businesses with GOC and in order to be able to grow and go global. Um, Raise your hand, put your question in the chat. If you have a question or a comment, an idea that you wanted to share. I see first question hand I see is Samira Dean. Samira, when you come up, please introduce yourself. Tell us where you are joining us from, your business, and what question you may have.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Good morning, everyone. My name is Samira Dean, and I am calling in from Atlanta, Georgia. I own B-Call Solutions. We are an offshoring call center located out of Ghana. Um, And my question is, I have been having issues with getting contracts. Is there someone that I would be able to meet with just maybe for a 15-minute consultation? Because in the year of 2026, I plan on going higher and I just needed a bit more understanding, as well as client acquisition. Those are two areas that I'm struggling in.
And Samira, what type of contracts are you looking for? Are these public businesses or corporations or I'm sorry, private sector or public sector? So public sector are governments, government agencies. Private sector are businesses and corporations.
I would say both. Is that possible?
Absolutely. Anything is possible
Okay.
if you decide.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's put that out into the into the ethos and to our GOC members. If you have the information, expertise, connections that can help Samira secure contracts or get strategies in securing contracts with her call center company based in Ghana, make sure to reach out to Samira. I'm sure Paul probably has some suggestions or thoughts that he can share as well.
Yeah, definitely. And she was not a plant. That question was not intended for me. But Samir, that's exactly what I help businesses do.
Okay,
As you because again, part of it is that internal assessment. The other part of it is the external. Okay, it is happening in the marketplace? Where are the opportunities? So yes, let's definitely connect.
okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Samira, make sure you drop your contact information in the chat. So if there's anyone else that is interested in connecting with you, they can. Do we have
Perfect.
anyone else who's interested in asking a question, sharing thoughts, ideas, suggestions? I'm looking through. All right, so let's go check in with some of the upcoming events that we have. Oh, let me see.
Thomas Dortch has his hand up.
Yes, Tommy, how are you?
I'm great. Good morning to you
Good
all.
morning.
I'm traveling in my car and I had to kind of slow down to press that button to raise my hand.
Thank you,
But
thank you.
I've heard so many and had personal conversations here and abroad about infrastructure when it comes mainly for me is across the continent of Africa. And I'm just wondering from the ABC's perspective, are we having in-depth conversations about bringing viable organizations or small businesses to the table when we talk about infrastructure um, across Africa? Because, my space, I'm in transportation. I've been in it for 20 years. But when I've traveled most recently, it's been a conversation around health and wellness and curated travel. But I'm still only, the big conversations are around that infrastructure piece, which I'm really interested in. But I'm just wondering, are we getting to those tables and having those real in-depth conversations?
That's an excellent question, Tommy. And I apologize. I call you Tommy because your father was one of my greatest mentors. And but is it? Do you prefer Tommy, Thomas,
Well,
Mr.
they
Dortch?
call me Trey. I'm the
Great.
third.
Trey. Okay.
But either one works. I hear Tommy and I answer to it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Funny you say that because I sit also on the welcome committee for Cabo Verde, which is in West Africa, right across the waters from Senegal. We'll be coming here to Atlanta for the World Cup, but also there are a lot of opportunities that I personally know of on the Cape Verde Islands, one of which is a smart city, and I'm working towards getting the CEO of the smart city that's being developed to come on here to speak about the opportunities of the infrastructure there. I know personally when I was in Zimbabwe, there was another smart city that was being developed. And I know personally there are other infrastructures that are being developed in Ghana as well. So yeah, there are, and I do agree that maybe that should be a specific focused topic of conversation. These are opportunities that our GOC members can tap into that can collaborate and be able to connect and establish themselves within these projects abroad in order to be able to continue to grow. Soon, there will be some additional projects in South America that I'm aware of, and it is a great movement that I personally am seeing that I know of that is going around, especially in the continent of Africa, as technology is becoming more vast and expanded. The continent itself has the youngest population. In my personal opinion, one of the most genius minds are in the continent, and future leaders are growing there as well. So this is an amazing opportunity for businesses who, if you are not there, and you're looking to grow your company, tap into. And infrastructure requires structural services, construction, as well as business services that need to be implemented in order for these projects to continue to grow and expand. So that's a great question. I definitely will bring it over to our leadership meeting and see if that's something that we can put a focus on. I like that idea.
Well, I just want to put it out there in the air that I would like to be involved if possible, because
Absolutely.
we worked in Ghana and DR, and I mean both places are ripe for investment and everything, but it's not as easy as first thought when it was us trying to bring transportation and things of that nature over there. Collaboration would ease a lot of those pains, so I'm just throwing that out there.
Agreed. Well, absolutely. Since you had provided that idea and inquiry, I think it's important that you join in on that conversation, and I'll make sure that we reach out to you so we can coordinate that call. Um, uh, I see Munashe. I hope I pronounced this right. There says infrastructure related businesses in South Africa as well. That's a business. His family is in Zimbabwe. Yay! I love Zimbabwe. Harare was amazing and beautiful. Can't wait to go back. Um, Janelle Menifee is definitely interested in infrastructure. Janelle, as I mentioned earlier, has officially established her business in Kenya, and we're really excited. Want to make sure that we congratulate you for expanding, and this is exactly what we mean about growing and expanding and going global. Janelle was based here in Atlanta. She was determined to expand her business, and that thought is now a reality. And we're excited and congratulate you. Make sure that you tap in with Janelle. She may have some great insights for you. Janelle, did you want to say something? I see your hand up.
Yes, 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 yes. I would like to say a little something. Um, uh, First of all, bless you guys in terms of the GOC. I mean, it's just been wonderful in my life. I am a member, and I tell you, I look better. Look at me. um, from being a GOC member and relationship building, doing business in Africa. Believe you me, I've been traveling back and forth to Kenya since 2019, and finally was able to establish a secure company in October of 2025, and some of that was from the GOC conference. So I thank the GOC for this. And also in terms of referrals and relationship building, we're looking at having an office throughout multiple offices throughout Africa, and we need help. And if the GOC can be so kind to, share like your country directors, how can we connect with them for some of our interests, and just information how to start up a company in Africa, I mean in the various countries, and actually to find that data. Where can that data be found online so that we can start that engagement process? If you just ask people, they say, "Oh, you gotta give me 50%." I'm like, 50%, that's ownership. But I'm coming with all my money, and you gonna do whatever you want to do. So it's good to have that type of information. And just from a interested investor in the African market. I know you feel very passionate. They make you feel very passionate, but you can lose yourself over there. I'm talking about your money and everything else too. So what GOC offers is phenomenal. It's really helps you save a lot of money in terms of implementing your company over in Africa and whatever country you want to do. So kudos. Thank you, GOC, for what you do.
Thank you, Janelle. Congratulations. And you heard it. Janelle has continued to expand. If you are on the continent and you have the proper relations and contacts, make sure you reach out to Janelle and share that contact and help her continue to grow. Yulenda Lebesi Cousins.
Yes.
Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, you did. Yolanda Levisi
Wonderful.
Cousins. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank
So yeah,
you.
my name is Yolanda, and I am getting very excited just hearing Africa left, right, and center because I am an African attorney based here in South Africa. Just flew back from Ghana, but I'm a founder of a law firm based in Cape Town in the V&A waterfront. And I also am founding the Generational Wealth Builders in Africa. And I'm excited because I'm also going to be part of the Southern Africa membership for the GOC. And Mom Nancy has, been saying some amazing things and involving me. And I'm so, so happy to be a part of this. But I also hear a lot of people are engaging in business, and I'm really, really excited because in Africa, you definitely do need the due diligence, and that is what we do. That is what our firm provides. When buying real estate, we've written it all, we've created videos about it, the mistakes to avoid, the due diligence to engage in, and we are now going to be catering to all parts of Africa on the continent, which is why I traveled to Ghana. So I really am also excited to just extend an invite for the members who are interested in Africa to I will share the link. You can attend. We are having an event. It's going to be a 2-day online event where you can come and learn about Africa, the market, investing here, the due diligence when you are buying real estate or when you are starting a business or immigration. So, yeah, I'm just excited to be of value. And I've also identified so many people that I'm going to need to reach out to because I need what they do. So, this is an excellent platform, and I'm excited about the Southern Africa region of the GOC. I cannot wait to see what we are going to do. It feels very empowering to be part of this group,
Thank you.
especially
Thank
because of
you.
everything, yeah, that's going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Yolanda. Appreciate it. Wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes in our power hour, and I believe we've had a powerful hour with some amazing information, having a conversation, talking about our team leadership, our internal structure and culture, opportunities to work together, making sure that we do the due diligence to operate our business effectively and efficiently and in partnership with each other, as well as looking for ways to continue to expand, learning more about Paul and the services that he provides that is great value to all of our members. And then other members that we have here, we have attorneys, we have Trey in logistics, who's expanded to Africa, and we're going to be talking about some infrastructure opportunities and what that looks like and how we can tap in. We have Janelle, who's expanded in solar panels. There is amazing opportunity and connections, and I am absolutely excited to see what 2026 brings us. Make sure to complete the form if you are interested in attending and being part of our delegation to West Africa. We also have a delegation coming here to Atlanta. I believe it's East Africa. I'm trying to remember if it was Kenya or Uganda, and forgive me if
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Thank you. I know it was East Africa. I can't wait. Love Ethiopian food. So I'm looking forward to meet our delegation that's coming in. We also are going to do a have conversations about other investment opportunities in other regions of the world. And as always, make sure if you are not a member, join. Become a member of the Atlanta Black Chambers and join the GOC. And if you know someone who would benefit and can be a benefit to the GOC, make sure that you share this information. Have them join in on our weekly Power Hour to learn more about us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor, as always, to be able to host the Power Hour in place of our fearless leader, Ricardo Barris, as he is spending time with Mom in Jamaica. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you all for joining us today. Looking forward to seeing you all and connecting in the next Power Hour. Make sure you make this day powerful. And although this hour has completed, this our power continues to grow.
Continues.
Yes. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, family.
Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Great job, Jennifer.
Thank you
Thanks,
all.
Jennifer.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
awesome. Thanks, team.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Jason and
Jennifer.
Dr.
Very
Harvey,
powerful
great job,
Thank you,
y'all.
session.
you beautiful people.
Thank you,
I
Jennifer.
Thank you.
Hey, I love it. Love to hear the voices and see the faces. Have a wonderful
Thank
day,
you.
everyone. Have a
Bye-bye.
good
Thank
evening, good
you.
afternoon. Take care.
Ta.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.